This is my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 17, Episode 9, called A Polygamous Divorce. In this episode, Christine tells the family she's moving away in 1 week. Robyn calls Christine a liar and freaks out over an imaginary comment, and Kody throws a bunch of his kids under the bus. Kind of. The episode starts off easy and light before it gets super messy and triggering, especially for anyone who's been in a toxic relationship. Christine says she, Isabel, and Truly have been on a 6-day road trip to drop off Isabel in North Carolina. Christine also says they've been very loud in the hotels. Isabel then really opens up in her confessional and says that it's really hard for kids to grow up without seeing a healthy relationship between their parents, and she's excited to be in North Carolina to be around a healthy relationship between Caleb and Maddie, and she thinks it'll be good for Truly to see a healthy relationship between Tony McKelty and also with Aspen and Mitch, pretty much validating that things between Kody and Christine have not been good for a long time. Isabel seems to indicate that living at home may have gotten toxic for her in the last year. She says that Christine depended on her a lot, not sure what she really means by that, and that the energy got pretty heavy over there, and that Christine was in a sad state. This is the first time we really hear how hard it has been for the kids, really, how it affected them. And it's pretty sad, honestly. But, Isabel was very brave to open up like that. Now we're at Maddie's in North Carolina, and Hunter's there too, Janelle's son. He actually lived in Baltimore at the time of filming and made the trip to see everyone. We know that Hunter has a great relationship with Christine, and he's moved closer to Flagstaff recently. Christine thanks Maddie for giving Isabel a safe place for her to have an adventure. Then we're at Mary's bed and breakfast, Lizzie's Heritage Inn in Parowan, Utah. And, we meet Jen, and I think this is Jen's first appearance on the show. For those who don't know, Mary and Jen are best friends. They met in Vegas, and Jen actually is helping run the bed and breakfast at the moment. You may know her from Mary's Fridays with Friends on her Instagram, where they talk about basically nothing, but it's still fun. Kody says, I do know Jen. She's been a very loyal friend to Mary, and Mary needs a relationship outside of the family because her relationship with the family is strained. But then he adds, he doesn't know if Jen is giving her good advice because he just doesn't know, which is a weird statement to make, in my opinion. Mary says that when her mom died, Jen dropped everything to go help her, and Mary says it felt good to matter to somebody. Honestly, I'm still upset that no one from the family really seemed to be there for Mary in that moment of her life. I'm glad she has Jen, who clearly does really care and is helping her in a real way. Mary says that Christine has said that she wants to talk to the family, and so Mary is going to go all the way back to Flagstaff to get in on the discussion, probably with the same enthusiasm as getting a root canal or something. I don't think she's looking forward to this at all. Christine is getting everything ready at her house. Meanwhile, she's back from North Carolina. Gwendolyn moved out, and they've been back for 3 days, she says, and Kody still hasn't come to see them. Kody says that he doesn't want to go over there, and there still isn't something set up for Truly over at his house. I mean, how can that be? Him and Robyn have $1 million huge house. There has to be some space. That is, I don't know why he's saying that. Anyways, Kody should really come get Truly and make the most of it before she leaves. Christine's real estate agent, who is also Janelle's friend, drops by, and we learn that her house is actually under contract. It's sold. Everything is happening super quickly now. And, Christine was going to initially tell the wives, oh yeah, my house is for sale. But now it's escalated. Now it's like, my house is sold and I'm leaving right away. I mean, I think she's leaving in like a week or something. Christine says you can never have a clean break with kids, and it's just going to keep getting messy for a while. Christine says, I hope they can just listen and not hate me. Okay. I mean, let's see what happens. And guys, it's finally here. The tense sit down. Christine looks nervous even before they arrive. There's suspenseful music. She takes a deep breath, and we know this is a big one. Robyn says she's stressed out. She says, I don't know what's going to hit us right now. Okay, Robyn, really, I find it hard to believe that Kody didn't tell her, since we know he knows about the house, but it is what it is. I don't know. I feel like Robyn made this conversation about her, we'll get into this later, with kind of no empathy for Christine at all. I think overall Robyn wanted Christine and Kody to just try harder or keep trying to make it all work, but it comes across not in the right way, in my opinion. And Kody says in his confessional that he's angry about literally everything, her moving his stuff out, selling the house, all of it. His main emotion is anger. And yeah, it's pretty obvious. Christine is like, you probably saw the sign in the yard. My house is under contract. And Janelle is like, yay! I was kind of worried because the market slows down in the fall. Cody's like, why is Janelle saying yay? I don't get her thinking. I think Janelle is just trying to lighten up the mood for Christine here. She's being a good friend. Yay was maybe a little much, but I mean, she's really trying. And then you can tell Christine is so scared and just blurts out, I'm going to be moving in a week. And this is Robyn's reaction. I don't know. Is this shock? Is this anger? I mean, once a house sells, the person leaves, right? That's like a natural thing. Robyn said it felt like I got pushed out of an airplane. And Christine looks, scared. She knows what's coming. No one's talking. It's awkward. Kody's rubbing his eyes and says in a savage comment in his confessional, there's nothing I can do here. I'm not going to express my undying love for her. I don't even like her right now. And Mary just looks kind of judgy in the corner a little bit. She's not saying anything. Mary says, I'm not jealous of Christine. My strength is sticking around to see if Kody will work on a relationship. Okay, so love Mary. I don't know about strength. She is right that it is super hard and takes strength to be in a relationship with someone that doesn't love you. But is that the right message to send out into the world? Like, stay even if the guy says he doesn't like you? I don't know. I really don't think Kody's going to be repairing things here. That's just my opinion, though. It's not like he's saying we'll see. He says later in this episode that he wouldn't care if she married someone else. Anyways, Robyn starts crying. There's this whole thing about basically saying they never had an agreement or went into their church and asked for divorce, so are they really divorced? Robyn says it invalidates their beliefs. Apparently, their church has to decide that the marriage is broken. They usually require counseling, lots of meetings, and since that has not happened, and since Christine has not been with another man, well, that we know, she's not divorced. But yeah, they're not legally married and Christine's not a part of the faith anymore, so it's a gray area. So yeah, it seems like the rules don't really apply to her anymore. Kody seems to agree that all this needs to happen with like the church or whatever. It is true. I'm going to say it sounds like she told Truly that she was divorced before even having a conversation with Kody and saying like, hey, I consider us divorced. So to Kody, it could have been a little shocking to hear, we're divorced. Divorced is like a pretty big word. So I kind of understand a little bit from his perspective in that way. And in a weird, ironic statement though, Mary says that she still considers herself married to Kody even though they're going through trouble. And Kody, in his confessional, says, that he doesn't consider himself married to Mary anymore. So he can just decide that for Mary, but Christine has to go through the church counseling and like meetings and stuff like that. Why doesn't Mary get that then? Make it make sense. I mean, this is definitely a double standard, or I don't know, it could have been edited in a weird way, but that's kind of sounds weird. Janelle here decides to speak up for Christine, which is definitely nice to see. She says, "You guys tried for a long time, and the most important thing is we created a cohesive group of kids." And then Kody then here throws some of the kids under the bus completely. He says that Leo doesn't fit in well with the family. Peyton doesn't fit in well with the family. Dayton, Aurora, and Brianna don't fit well in the family. It's basically only 3 of Janelle's kids with 3 of Christine's kids. I don't like that he said that. How would you want to be called out for not fitting in with your family by your own dad on a show that you're not even on anymore that's like broadcast all over the world? I mean, that's gonna sting that your dad thinks you don't fit in. Peyton, get your TikTok ready. You need to react to this. I mean, that's just not right. Kody says, "I can't figure out why I'm so angry." And that he says, "You've been in this place for a long time." And he's been gradually getting clued in and had to find out through Madison that Christine's been wanting to leave for a long time. So this is a little bit throwing Maddie under the bus here as well. Christine says, "Well, you should go to the source when you hear things through the grapevine, because they asked me, why are you staying?" The communication breakdown is just ridiculous. I mean, yeah. Then Robyn calls Christine a liar for saying things weren't good in Vegas as well. She's like, "I saw Janelle and Kody make the relationship better than it ever was," and that she saw them go on fun dates. And she says, "Unless you were faking it in front of me, I don't know." And Christine's face is just like, over it, over it. Janelle is like, "Looks like they're trying to kind of invalidate Christine. It's the weirdest interchange." Yeah, it is a weird interchange, and it's about to get weirder. Christine says, "We had more conversations in the past year, me and Kody." And Robyn is like, "Well, you guys don't communicate very well. I can't see how those were legitimate." And honestly, I kind of agree with Robyn here. I mean, she's getting mad and she's really saying things, but they really do kind of apparent, like as a viewer, it looks like the communication is subpar at best. I mean, from what I've seen. And here things get weird. Robyn thinks she overheard something. I have no idea why, but Robyn thinks it's about her and Kody somehow, and that Christine said that only her and Kody had a good relationship in Vegas. And Christine's like, "I actually didn't say that." Janelle says, "I don't want to be roped in this conversation." Where did Robyn get this? Was it edited out? Was something edited out? I don't know. Even Mary says, "I think Robyn misinterpreted what was said." And Robyn is getting all hyped up over a comment about her that never happened. It's kind of weird. And even she admits later in the episode, like, I don't know what I heard. Anyways, Christine says that she tried for a long time, and ultimately Kody was open about having favorites, and she left for the kids. The awkward conversation continues next week, where Kody accuses Christine of treating Robyn like you-know-what and yells at Christine about wasting his time. Hopefully no more phantom conversations next week, but it's already messy. It's getting messier. But this is a big conversation because they're splitting it between 2 episodes. Alright guys, let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!